something you can. But again, please remember, it's not meant to be legal advice. All right. So my timeline is way past. I've called IRCC to bring them notice, but sure. I'm just all I've gone is wait and be patient. So what? Oh, are you saying that? Are you saying that like the processing time has gone over, and you still haven't gone? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, it's gone beyond that. Yeah. Okay. So what you can do, Daniel, if you were eligible to begin working, you know that little, you're supposed to have gotten a letter that says you can begin to work on full time until a decision is made. Have you received that? And is that expiring? Because you might need to get another one. And yes, IRCC is going to tell you. Okay, so you might have to get another one. I think you have to contact IRCC to get another one as well. Yes, IRCC is usually going to tell you to wait. They're not going to really give you proper advice. Um, in situations when someone's processing time has gone way over, above and beyond, um, it is it's something that you can do is to contact a lawyer. They might be able to do something called writ and mandamus. It could be pricey. I'm not gonna lie. It's an application to the federal court, but it does help. It's basically demanding IRCC to give you a response. I would contact an immigration lawyer specifically to get you to help with that if you want to do something, or you can wait. I got a comment on my YouTube live. Refugees respect you. Oh, thank you, Olga. I really appreciate that. Guys, if you guys also want, I am on YouTube live as well, and I really do appreciate your comment, Olga. That's very kind. You're going to get more content from me on YouTube as well. And this is for also my TikTok family. I'm starting to make more detailed videos on YouTube and pretty frequently too. Refugee, IRB cases and more types of cases as well. So you guys can get plenty of content from me. Oh, okay. So basically, contact a lawyer or wait. Pretty much. If you really want to break it down to it, yeah, you can send web forms, kind of asking like, hey, where's my process? Been waiting this long. Honestly, they can choose to ignore it. That's the harsh reality is that IRCC can choose to like be like, well, we're still processing. What you can do is maybe see where it's stuck. Maybe it's a matter of security clearance. I know a lot of people unfortunately have to wait through that time, unfortunately. Okay, sorry, Tamarit. My apologies. Okay. So, how can I get a work permit from UK? Well, Tamarit, there's no difference between UK and and any other else in the world, right? You need a work permit to work in Canada. Now we have different types of work permits. We have exemptions, LMI exemption work permits. We also have, excuse me, we have open work permits for some people. Excuse me, I'm getting a little bit of hiccup. um, we also have like postgraduate work permit for international students. There's really no difference between someone who's from UK and someone who is anywhere else in the world. Same type of procedure. All right. Hi, I filed my refugee claim with work permit, and now they say I did apply for work permit. Sorry, Tainoi. I don't understand. Did they say you did apply for it or you didn't apply for it? All right. I applied for visitor visa extension last July, but it's still processing. Should I be worried? No, you don't need to be worried, guys. Keep an eye out on your portal to make sure they're not sending you any communication that you have to respond to. But it's nothing to really worry about, right? It's just a matter of processing. And I think it's because of the influx of cases that they have. All right. So, Dione, I would really appreciate if you could just post your comment once, guys. Um, it really pushes down everyone else's comments. So once is enough. If you see me, I don't answer it, then you can repost it. And this might be something you're not fully aware of, but if people keep doing something like that after my one warning, I'm just gonna mute people. So please don't do that. Okay. But I'm getting to your question. I'm extending my visitor record. Do I need a medical exam? I exit Taiwan going to Canada. You might need one. I I don't usually visitor visas um don't need one unless I think you're coming from a specific country. My experience with my clients is that they don't really need a medical. They mostly just need biometrics. But I think from certain countries you might be forced to. Dre bands. Thanks. No problem. All right. They said I didn't apply, so I reapplied last week. Does it still take a long process? It can take a little bit of time, yeah. Honestly, the best way to apply is to apply with the refugee claim application. It's just one click of a box, whereas you would have to go do the whole work permit application if you didn't do that. But there is new rules in IRCC. Is that a question, or are you like telling me? I'm here for 2 years, but I didn't get a hearing yet. Right. So 2 years, guys, honestly, is not outside the processing time, to be really frank. I think it's within it because I have clients who are waiting 2.5 years for their hearing. It's really not too long in my personal experience. Um, but hopefully you will start getting one real soon. By the way, if anyone noticed, my hair is a little bit darker. I just got it done yesterday. So if I'm admiring it, I'm sorry. I just really like my hair. Okay. But there is new rules last year. I don't know if it's only for Taiwan citizens because it's indicated if you live or visited. Okay. Not super sure that one. Let me see. Can you share exactly what the rule is? Medical exam. I'm gonna try to do a quick research. Uh, okay, so it seems. Hold on, I'm just going to. Okay. Why are you not opening up? Okay. So there is a page, guys, that you guys can go to see if you. It tells you if you require one or not. I think. Okay. Yeah. So as of November 3rd, 2025, the IME was updated. IME is needed for individuals from Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, and Venezuela. The IME is no longer needed if you have lived or visited Armenia, Bosnia, um, Iraq, Latvia, Lithuania, and Taiwan. Okay, so again, you can take a look on here to see if you do need one or not in certain circumstances, but it says Taiwan is not needed as of November 3rd. So I'm just going to post that here for you if you want to take a look at yours. I keep getting these weird messages. Dewal Liel, if you can just post your question once, please. I do keep getting, and I will give everyone a fair warning once. If you do continue to repost and repost it, I'm going to mute you for the live because it pushes down other people's questions or pushes up, and I don't see theirs. But I will get to it, I promise. Just give me a few moments. Okay, I can't post it here. But Thani, it looks like yeah, Taiwan doesn't need one, but again, double check, and you can go on IRCC website. It says find out if you need a medical exam for your temporary resident application. So you would have to determine that yourself, Thani. Again, your question is now getting to a point where it becomes a legal question, and unfortunately, I don't do that. This is not meant to be for legal advice. Nothing I say is legal advice. So then, you will have to determine it yourself, or you can book a consultation. All right. All right. Let's see. Greetings, Banish. Hi, official Raf. Welcome. The face cam is crazy. Why is it crazy? All right. Can I use a tier 4 healthcare job for express entry? Um, what is the job? It depends. I'm good, Ralph. How are you? Hi. Do you know how long processes after getting assessment email for NSPNP? Um, okay. So let's see. After getting assessment email. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna answer. Do all these. Okay, NSPNP. All right. Let's see. Okay, so from my research, sorry, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. I don't mean to mispronounce it. I'm doing my best. It says after assessment, it should take about 3 to 6 months, but that's just an estimation. Average time frame from US to Canada. For what, Dekin? For what type of application? Oh, spousal sponsorship. Okay, gotcha. Um, let's look that up. So I'm guessing it's Outland application. Is that correct? Um, just waiting. Inland. Okay, gotcha. Not a problem. I'm just gonna. When did you apply, Dakin? Last month. Okay. All right. And where is the sponsor located? Like, where did you apply from? Alberta. Okay. Outside. Yes. 20. All right. Give me a second. 20 months left. And that is based on the timeline given March 9th. Da, da, da. Okay, so sorry. Can trauma and feeling nervous make me not explain things in my first asylum interview? Can I use that as an excuse? So what do you mean an excuse, right? It technically what you're saying, it can't be an excuse, right? Because IRCC and IRB is going to know if you're using something as an excuse. Is trauma and feeling nervous something real that people do feel and might falter their memory? Yes. And IRCC and IRB keep that in mind, definitely, when they're evaluating someone, but they're also very well versed on what to look out for and how to reposition questions to have that question answered as well. All right. I have a brother who is a doctor and he is in Kenya. What is the best way to come? Healthcare. provider, maybe that's a good way. Not sure. I see your question, what you're asking is like a consultation question. So I really can't say too much because I don't even know their situation. They're welcome to book a consultation and we can discuss it from there. All right, Habib, what was your question? Okay, you didn't. PSW, HSW, and my duties aligns with clinical duties. Did you? Okay. Oh, can I use a tier 4 health job for drug? Okay. Okay, let me see. Tier 4. I'm assuming. Wait. It is. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to take a look here. Sorry, I'm asked Habib, what was her? Okay, good. And I'm assuming. Give me 1 second. So it can't be CEC, Federal Skilled Worker. Um. Okay, so knock tier 4. I don't see as one of those qualifying ones for an express entry. Um, Habib, what I could say is if you're looking for ways to immigrate to or like to do your permanent residency for PSW, I would say book a consultation, so we can discuss a little bit further because there are other pathways for healthcare, and also depending where you are and what your goals are, you can definitely figure out a way to do that, or at least find some pathways. No problem. Daliwal, again, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it properly. All right. So cooking with ES. How long takes time after apply PR as a protected person? I didn't receive an AOR. Um, it can take a couple years. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. It can take about ooh, multiple years to get APR for a protected person. You too. No problem, Dakeen. Bye for now. If you already have a visa and have been traveling, will it make it your chances better? Chances better for what? Hi, can a spousal open work permit applicant apply for a student visa and get approved for PGWP once the study is done? Uh, so if you have a spousal open work permit, you technically should be able to obtain a study permit. Now, I'm not sure why you want to apply for a PGWP because spousal open work permit and a PGWP are both open work permits. Please, how long does it take to review an asylum application before it can be accepted for processing? By who? Itambuk. Who has to review it? Sorry, can you say it again? I didn't hear you properly. I want to add more detail. Um. Oh, thank you, inspirational Isaac, for the roses. I appreciate that. Okay, so I said that trauma is something that is considered at the IRCC and IRB level. So they know how to reposition questions to get an answer. That was essentially what I was saying. Okay. My refugee got denied. How is the chances of appeal, and will I hear back after filing an appeal? Okay, so you have to be eligible for an appeal, right? Not everyone is eligible. If you are eligible, you would be hearing back. You have to do a lot of things to process your appeal. Um, when will you hear back? Technically, they're supposed to do it really fast, but I see a lot of people are saying that's taking quite a bit of time. Okay, if you have been traveling to Canada and now applying for spousalship, will it better your chances? No, no. It's listen, travel history is good, especially with temporary resident visas. Um, but for spousal sponsorship, which is a PR, what they're really looking for is the relationship and the genuinity of the relationship. It's not that they won't look at your travel history. It's just it's not something that they're going to really consider when I'm making a decision because it doesn't make sense, right? Why would they care if you're traveling back and forth when this is a permanent residency application? They want to know if you are genuinely in a relationship or are you in a relationship for convenience, right? Can I use an as an excuse? Okay, so again, you got to be really careful with that. It's not an excuse, right? You should never be using something as an excuse, because again, these things will come up in your hearing. That they'll ask you, why didn't you act this earlier? It cannot be an excuse. It has to be legitimate reasons, and you can make changes to your basis of claim. Is it good to really make big changes? Not really, because that brings your credibility into question. So keep that in mind. But again, you can make changes. Like it's not like you're not allowed to, but do it according to the rules. Okay. All right. Let me see. I had some questions here. Okay. Sorry. I need my glasses. Okay. Please, how long does it take to review an asylum application before it can be accepted for processing? Okay, I'm not understanding your question. Itim book. Um, yeah, I really am not understanding your question, to be really honest. All right. Can a spouse? Oh, thank you again, inspirational Isaac, for the gifts. I appreciate it. Can a spouse get a visa and travel to Canada if they're not working? They can, yeah. Again, they'll be evaluated for a temporary resident visa. So you got to keep in mind, not having a job, not having ties back home could be a concern. They might not give them a temporary resident visa. Um, so that might be of a concern for them. But it doesn't mean that they're not eligible, right? Especially if they have the money and everything for it. I am a construction skill work DLP maintenance. How to apply visa? Um, so that's a consultation question, or you can just take a look online how you can apply for a visa. Um, it's an application online that you apply and you determine your eligibility as well. Please, can your friend guide you so that he write your refugee narrative for? No, no. Your friend should not be writing anything for you. And I'll tell you why. There can be people, designated representatives, and they should be designated representatives who can assist you through the process. No one should be writing it for you guys. If someone is writing something for you, not only is that not good, but also it's your story. You should be writing it, right? If you don't know what you're writing, that could be a credibility issue. All right. I am a refugee claimant. I want to apply for visitor visa for my mother. What is the chance to get it? Listen, the chances might be low. And this is because sorry, my back is really hurting. Sorry. So I had to twist a little bit. Okay. And this is because IRCC's might be concerned that your mother might as well come here and seek protection, and they want to lower the amount of people coming and seeking protection in Canada. So you would have to have a very strong case for them to come. No, I don't recommend anything without a study permit, guys. I generally would say even if you don't need one, you should get one because it would be very helpful to have a study permit. Can I do job hunting whilst on a visitor visa, and how's it possible getting a job offer? Um, Listen, you might be able to, but if you're, I'm not sure if you'll be eligible. Sorry, that was not English. Be eligible to apply for the work permit inside Canada. So keep that in mind. They're not going to control what you do. It might be a concern of them if they find. I mean, again, they can't really control to an extent what you do inside Canada. I wouldn't really recommend someone doing that. Because it gets a little gray area, but yeah, but let's say in a perfect world, you got a study or a like not a work permit, a job offer. You have to see if you're even eligible to apply for it inside Canada. What's the cost for consultation? Okay, so my consultations, I have them here, guys. Let me let me bring it up. I also have the link that you guys can use for a consultation. There we go. That's it. Okay, so I have different prices for different amount of time that you would need. Oh, right. It's too long apparently. Okay. All right, let me do this. All right, and then there is that. Okay. So it's 60 minutes, which is 150, 30 minutes is 120, and then 15 minutes is about $80. All right. I was police in my country, now waiting for 3 years for PR with PNP Alberta. Why? I'm not sure. That's you should be asking your representative if you have one of that. Biological, I think I answered your question already. Well, thank you, AAE, for the roses. I appreciate that. How soon can someone get an AOR for spousal sponsorship in Canada? Look, how soon that they say you can get it to what is a reality is right now, colleagues are and other people are saying that it takes about a year. It can be shorter, I will say. I've seen shorter, but it depends on the influx of cases. So honestly, it really just depends. Oh, thank you, Suraj, for sharing the live. I appreciate that. That's what I thought. It's hard to prove if they work for cash. Right, yeah, it's just a matter of like it really is just a matter of having ties as well, right? In your home country. That's like the biggest thing too. T13 or C6 closed work permit. I'm eligible for both. That is, Anita, that's a case specific question. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that. You're welcome to book a consultation, but I cannot answer that on here. Guys, please remember anything I say is not meant to be legal advice. This is not a consultation online session. It's just providing some information, not legal information, for you guys, and it's more educational. Hi, madam. Please, how can I apply for a working visa? I need. I'm not. Sorry, cute heart. I'm not understanding. You are able to apply for a visa through like an application to GCK if you're eligible and you have a job offer and things like that, right? Shahzada Arsalan, please tell me about Bill C-12. Sure. So Bill C-12 is it's a huge, huge bill, guys. One of the main things that it does is that it makes refugee claimants ineligible. Whoa, what is my hair doing? Ineligible to apply for refugee claim if they've been in Canada for longer than a year. Um, that's the biggest changes coming in. There are some other elements for refugee claimants as well. They're also getting the minister's getting additional powers. So, for example, canceling applications, pausing, etc. It's a huge bill. It's not all just immigration related, but essentially it's like to protect the border. I don't know what you're protecting your border from refugees, but okay. Like it's a stupid bill. Let's just get it down to that. Yeah, no problem. If I have a spousal sponsorship PR forms all filled out, what do you guys charge to go over them to make sure? Okay. So for a file review, I charge about $500. So that's not me doing any forms or anything. I'm just reviewing to make sure that your application is good, fully prepared, and ready to go. And I provide notes and one consultation with you to kind of go over everything. All right, why immigration rules change twice a year? Good question. That's a question for IRCC and the ministers. They're really tiring us out too. It's really hard to keep up. I'm not gonna lie. So it's a very good question, Tartam MK. Concurrent work experience, Canadian and foreign at the same time, acceptable. For what, AA? For what type of application? Study permit refused 2 times inside Canada. Visitor to study, but visitor extension still in process, 11 months. Okay, so Dill, I would be very careful with applying for different and multiple applications. If you're applying for refusal, you have to address their concerns. Two, if you're just applying for a bunch of applications, that's going to put the officer in a certain way where they think like you're just trying to get a visa any ways possible. So I would be very careful with that. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay. No, I see what happened. So you have to, okay. So, all right. So then, are you eligible to apply? Because not everyone is eligible to apply inside Canada. And then the question would be, did you address their concerns? Right? You can't keep sending the same application over and over again. That's why a lot of us as consultants and lawyers, we take, especially for cases that have refusals, it becomes complicated and we have to like provide a very extensive application to improve it and to make sure that the applications are like the issues are addressed. I don't know specifically for how long it takes for you to apply for your grandma. Your grandma would be, I don't know, any other family member, so I'm not really sure specifically what you mean. And also, what type of application is it? Like visitor visa? What else? Okay. So yeah, guys, anytime you have a refusal, and this is something I tell a lot of people, is to be very careful when you reapply. You don't want to keep just reapplying and not addressing their concerns. And also, if you're able to get representation, because when we address those issues, we also provide case laws, a lot of case laws, a lot of legal research to help with your application if you're able to. If not, then you would have to try to address it yourself. Okay. Visa and hoping for her to remain in Canada. Okay, so GSL, your statement is contradicted to each other. So that's an issue, right? With a visa, the intent of a visa is for you to remain on a temporary basis. If IRCC feels that that's not going to be the case, then they're going to reject you, right? I would be very careful with the way you apply. And yeah, I have my brother who is a doctor and he's in Kenya. Again, why, Azid? I answered your question earlier, a little while ago. This is a consultation question. I don't like, I cannot tell you over that it becomes a consultation, which I cannot do. Um, they are welcome to book a consultation and we can find pathways what works best for a doctor. But that's about it. For CEC concurrent experience, foreign as well as a Canadian acceptable. I don't understand your question, AA. Where are you located? Okay, so I'm located in Toronto, but I work all over Canada. Like I have clients everywhere, remotely. Can you assist me with a job offer from any employer in Canada and how much you're gonna charge? No. You don't. Uh, no, sorry, not that you don't. I don't help with job offers. That's not something I do, unfortunately. I'm not a recruiter, so I don't do that. No problem, GSL. No, you don't have to. Why, Azid? You don't have to come to my office. You can book a consultation that is remote, and we can speak over the Zoom. Or, if your brother's the applicant, he can speak with me over Zoom, and I can help him from there. Most of my consultations are over Zoom. Like I said, I have clients and applicants and everyone all over Canada, even all over the world. So not everyone has to come to my office. I know sometimes it's so annoying to go somewhere. Trust me, for my own doctor appointments, I don't go in anymore. I just do it online. I'm just like, I specifically went and found a doctor that does remote consultations because I'm like, I'm not about to come in unless I really need to. I'm like, oh, I'm too lazy. We have technology. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but just I'm not paying money to go see someone somewhere else, to pay for the transportation. That's just me. Plus it saves a lot of time. And I know most of my clients are like that too. Okay, let's say someone came to Canada on a visa. Oh, am I lagging here? No, we're good. Okay. Let's say someone came to Canada on a visa, then they want to remain in Canada via with a boyfriend. Is their application going to get approved or rejected? So again, it's the dual intent, right? It's not illegal, but you have to leave um, after your authorized period. So also, I can't tell you if it's going to be approved or not, right? It it depends on the case, what type of application, how strong your case is, if there's any issues with it, etc. So honestly, I can't really answer that too much. Um, Guys, I think we're getting to the point where I'm gonna have to leave the afternoon live. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna end my YouTube live.